Pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. And playing at the center position, the premier low-post weapon out of Prentice, Mississippi, Big Al Jefferson. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Zeller in the 4 spot. And then for the Miami Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam at the 4 shot. And that one's good. Bosh has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, one of the things about the Heat, since the Big Three has come together, is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
Pocket 6. And it's Walker penetrating. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger up.
And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
Back to Walker. He feeds it to Henderson. Outside, Walker. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Shot's good. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And for LeBron James, this season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. You know, Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection he shoots fewer three-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Kidd-Gilchrist. Up top, Henderson. There's the dish to Walker. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. And there's the pass to Henderson. Kicks it to Walker. Tries again. Al Jefferson again.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
LeBron with it. Picked up by Kidd-Gilchrist. LeBron gets the screen from Haslam. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Charlotte making a switch here. Yambo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Josh McRoberts comes in for Zeller. Ben Gordon's checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Sessions subbed in for Kemba Walker. Sessions dishes to Gordon. Pass to Sessions. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Cole. The shot misses. It's all tied in Miami. Stay with us as we get... Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Here's Kidd-Gilchrist using his post move to get the 2 points. Kidd-Gilchrist has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Bobcats.
Well, you know, this last offseason, the Bobcats announced their intention to change the team name to the Hornets, reclaiming the name of the original Charlotte franchise that left for New Orleans in 2002.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, thank you. There was a lot of thought about how the Heat could improve after they lost to the Mavs in the 2011 NBA Finals. Many called for a veteran point guard, but the team felt comfortable with who they had. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, "We felt we had one of the younger point guard tandems in the league that we can build on and offer us championship minutes right now." They grew into that role and were a big part of their back-to-back titles. Spoelstra says they earned it with their hard work, and he couldn't be happier, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And just like New Orleans chose a name, the Pelicans, that has local significance, the Hornets, a historical reference to Charlotte's rebellious fighting spirit during the American Revolution. Steve, you were just telling me about this. Fascinates you.
It does. I'm an American history buff, Kevin, and I'm also an NBA history buff. And you think back to the Hornets in Charlotte originally, they sold out for 9 straight seasons. So the Hornets nickname absolutely belongs in Charlotte.
Battier defended by Biyombo. And that one's good.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Sessions with it. Now guarded by Cole. Sessions gets a screen from McRoberts. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Allen, a screen on Sessions. Cole, the pass to Battier. Drills it from outside. Battier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He's got a nice stroke from long range, and you know, he's not likely to pass up those opportunities when he gets them.
Back to Kid Gilchrist. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Fires, high post, and Allen with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Bobcats as Charlotte retains possession. And the Bobcats with a new group in. Al Jefferson is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Zeller comes in for Josh McRoberts. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And it's Kemba Walker in for Ben Gordon. And Walker kicks to Sessions. Jefferson, he's covered by Bosch. Second shot opportunity. Jefferson, that's good.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. The drive by Wade. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. He's off on the second.
Even with the 1 miss, he's still stretched into a 2-possession game. That's big for them right now.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And we've played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. Miami up on top against Charlotte. A nice job of sharing the rock, making plays for one another offensively.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
A lot of people picked the Heat to run away with the East last year, and they were right on target. They were just so far and away better than any other team in the East that you just didn't see them losing much during the course of the season.
Here's Jefferson. That one off the back iron and out.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, there is no doubt Chris Bosh has taken his share of criticism in Miami. People call them, quote, the big 2.5, saying he hasn't lived up to that top billing. But for Eric Spoelstra, he said he is our most important player. We've said that for 3 seasons. He allows everything to work on both ends of the court. Guys, you think about it, offensively, he's a floor spacer and an offensive rebounder. And defensively, he anchors the Heat inside. Spoelstra called him, quote, a perfect fit for their system.
He's got the length factor to be sure. Thanks, Doris. Mark, as you said, the Heat clinched the East pretty early and were able to rest up a lot of their players down the stretch. Steve, never easy to win when everyone expects you to win games, but the Heat didn't seem fazed by the pressure at all.
Well, this is a championship team, and I think once you win that first title, you get a different level of confidence, and that showed last season as Miami rolled to their second title in a row.
And now the first time out called here for the Bobcats. .141 left in the third quarter. Dishes it to Zeller. Now here's Walker. Feeds it to Henderson. 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Henderson's got his first points of the game.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Walker dishes to Jefferson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Jefferson's got 8 points.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Bosh sets the pick for Chalmers. LeBron outside, from outside the arc, but he gets it back. Over Kid Gilchrist, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
He is arguably the best defensive player in the game today. The amazing thing is that he can guard all 5 positions. You think back, I think that's unprecedented. I don't think anybody has ever had that type of defensive ability in the history of this league.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I mean, and his defense is so good it even makes highlights. How about that? I mean, you love his aggressiveness, chasing down blocks, staying on ball handlers at the hip. I mean, knocking the ball against the backboard. I mean, he does everything, and he does it with such force and agility and flair, but it's kind of understated flair. I mean, he is really quite special as a player.
Jefferson, he's covered by Bosh with the fadeaway. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter.
Well, those are warm-up jumpers when there's not a hand in his face. He'll knock those down all day.
Here's Wade. Nice D from Henderson. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat lead by 6. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
And they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Bosh kicks to Allen. Good ball movement here by Miami. Fades. Another miss by Wade.
Surprisingly, he hasn't really been a big part of their offense. I don't think he ever got into a rhythm.
He dishes it to Henderson. Passes it to Jefferson. And it comes off the front of the rim. Heat leading by 6. LeBron kicks to Cole. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
So for the Bobcats, Zeller comes in for Al Jefferson. And Michael Kidd Gilchrist subbed in for Ben Gordon. And it's Walker penetrating. Miami grabs the miss. Allen outside. He kicks to Chalmers. The feed to LeBron. That one goes. Count. LeBron's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat. Bobcats trail by 8. Outside, Walker. Pass to Henderson. Back to Walker. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Miami with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. LeBron outside. And that one's good. And now it's a 10-point Heat lead.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over the break, I listened in on what head coach for the Bobcats was getting across in their huddle. He rallied the troops, saying, nobody said it was going to be easy. They're not laying down. They're not going away. If we want this game, we have to take it from them. Kevin, plenty of fire in that speech.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
For Charlotte, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. There's Walker with the three, and once again off the mark by Charlotte. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kid Gilchrist against Chalmers. Backing down is LeBron for three, and there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by LeBron. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And stolen by LeBron. He feeds it to Chalmers. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided